Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my
Let's fight, let's fight, let's fight.
system. I don't wanna get saved. I've been doing shit my way. On the highway and in the driveway. Isn't that strange? Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want.
Ready, bro. Firing all cylinders. Reaction time there, speed there. It's focused. That's what got him ready. It's focused.
Yeah. Good. Good. Stay in your rhythm, champ. Stay in your rhythm. Your rhythm, your time, your fight. Let's go.
He's trying hard. Good try. This effort.
When you look at how Stevenson is training for Teofimo Lopez, it becomes clear that the entire camp is built around surviving and controlling the early chaos rather than shining late when things are comfortable.
How many rounds you do today? 17, right?
Teofimo is most dangerous in the first half of fights, so Shakur's conditioning is designed to handle pressure right away, with fast-paced rounds, short rest breaks, and drills that force him to regain distance immediately after being rushed. The goal is to make pressure feel normal, not overwhelming, so winning rounds under stress doesn't feel different from cruising later.
I got you on my time.
A big part of the work is also fixing the small defensive lapses that showed up in recent fights, because against Teofimo, even one clean shot matters. That's why every jab and check hook now comes with an automatic step away or angle change. No standing still to admire punches. No giving Teofimo the confidence that he can land if he forces his way in.
Get out of there, get out of there, get out of there. There we go, there we go. Left 15, all the way down.
I feel great. Sprints kind of be getting me right, get my conditioning right. Sometimes in a fight could turn into a sprint. Cause it's like, to start the pace fast as hell and then they can't keep up the pace. But the sprints will kind of get you in shape to where once you break down, sometimes you get a second win. Then you get another win, then you get another win after that. So I did the sprints a lot in a Jamel Herring fight. That's why you seen me fight at a fast pace. And then once I slowed down, I picked it back up and I had all the energy in the world to do it. So we locked in.
Shakur's movement isn't about running laps around the ring either. It's about small, controlled steps that keep Teofimo close enough to swing but never balanced enough to land clean. Mentally, the camp is about learning Teofimo's habits, studying how he jumps in, how he loads up on single shots, and how he pauses afterward, so by the middle rounds, those attacks feel predictable instead of dangerous. plan isn't to knock Teofimo out or overpower him, but to make him miss early, touch him back every time, and slowly drain his confidence until the big bursts fade. In simple terms, Shakur is training to make Teofimo work harder for less reward until the fight becomes frustrating, controlled, and stacked in Shakur's favor.
Yeah, let's do the rest centered up, I think.
Oh, centered up? Okay, yeah, sorry. So he's looking right in the camera?
Yeah, because he's talking to...
Yeah, I'll land a punch on him. For sure.
Do you believe your opponent underestimates you?
I think my opponent is underestimating me because he said that I'm a slow one. He thinks that I'm too small.
What stands out immediately when you really sit with this breakdown is that Shakur Stevenson is not training for a boxing match in the way most people imagine one. This is not about peak moments, crowd reactions, or proving toughness. This camp is built around something colder and more uncomfortable.
Shakur is extremely smart.
Okay.
I can guarantee you this is what Shakur is going to do. Shakur is going to come out middle of the ring, work that jab, work that pawn that he does, all that, the feints. He's going to try to touch him with the jab, but he's going to be waiting on his moments to snap with that right hand, waiting on his moments to counter, waiting on his moment. And when they're not there, he's just going to slide off, go for that little walk.
Shakur understands the Teofimo is at his most dangerous early, when the energy is high, the confidence is loud, and the pressure comes in waves. Instead of easing into camp, everything is designed to feel rushed from the start. Fast-paced rounds, minimal rest, drills that force him to reset immediately after being attacked.
Restart. Shakur is the kind of fighter that does not mind restarting. That was our thing, was once we start, we want to do the best we can to get away from another restart, because the restart allows you to reset, allows you that space, and stuff like.
You hear this echoed in Shakur's own words when he talks about sprint work. He explains that fights can suddenly turn into sprints, where the pace explodes and either you break or you find another gear. He connects it directly to past performances, specifically mentioning how sprint conditioning helped him regain momentum late after early fatigue. That insight matters because it shows that this camp is not theoretical.
Oh, listen, man, we're talking about a situation. We're talking about a situation where a fighter could be smart enough to just be right on point. What I mean by that is we could be in a situation where both these guys kind of coasting.
Defensively, the focus is ruthless. There's no room for small mistakes. Against a fighter like Teofimo, one clean shot can flip everything. That's why every jab, every check hook now automatically comes with an exit. No standing still, no admiring work, no giving Teofimo the psychological boost that comes from landing anything meaningful.
No, well, Shakur has the ability to diffuse you, so I think he has the Mayweather effect where he can diffuse you. It's just on if he's going to take the more risk, to stamp his victory, you know what I mean? He's gonna let his hands go in the times that he could using his speed, so that's just what I think it is with that. I think he knows how to nullify what you're doing.
Shakur's movement also gets misunderstood, and this breakdown does a great job clarifying that. He is not trying to run laps or disappear. His footwork is about inches, not miles. He wants Teofimo close enough to feel brave, but never stable enough to land clean. That space is intentional, and it's where fights quietly die. Mentally, Shakur is studying habits. How Teofimo jumps in, how he loads up.
Just, so the kid, he in a good position, and if he is able to win against Teofimo Lopez, he will be a lineal champion in 2 weights. And okay, Teo, he's done that. So if he beats Teo, he equals that accomplishment, and he beats him. So I would definitely say he's the best boxer. He's the best one.
Shawn Porter's reaction cuts right through the noise. When he talks about restarts, space, and resetting the fight, he's not describing boredom. He's describing oxygen deprivation. Fighters like Teofimo thrive on rhythm and momentum.
Restart. Shakur is the kind of fighter that does not mind restarting. That was our thing, was once we start, we want to do the best we can to get away from another restart, because the restart allows you to reset, allows you that space, and stuff like.
Phase reaction might be the most revealing of all. When he describes Shakur living in that cursed range where opponents feel close enough to try and far enough to fail, it instantly clicks. That's the Mayweather effect. Not flash, not drama, just frustration stacking up until confidence leaks away. Bernie is careful with his praise. framing it more as diagnosis than admiration. Shakur can diffuse opponents.
Has the ability to diffuse you, you know. So, I think he has the Mayweather effect where he can diffuse you. It's just on if he's going to take the more risk, you know, to stamp his victory. You know what I mean? You know, he's gonna let his hands go in the times that he could using his speed. You know, so that's just what I think it is with that. I think he know how to nullify with.
Jose Benavidez Sr. then shifts the tone in a way that feels deeply honest. He openly acknowledges how insanely good Shakur is, but he doesn't sugarcoat the trade-off. Shakur chooses control over excitement, and that choice makes fights safe, but sometimes dull. Jose isn't hating, he's challenging. He references that one inside performance where Shakur stayed in a pocket and stunned everyone, making every safer fight sense. I feel like something is being held back.
Fucking insane, you know, he's good. He knows how to win fights. He doesn't risk as much, and I think he should because he's really good at it. But he just sometimes makes fights so boring. The only one that I like is the one that he fought. And look, spectacular. Yeah, inside. He stayed inside. He showed. I was like, what the fuck? You know? And all the other fights, I would just fall asleep, bro. You know,